Hey guys, it's Chris, and I'm gonna probably turn this off here in a minute if I could. Hold on. Okay, I'll probably have to edit that out because it is what it is. All right, but how you doing? This is Virtual Nunchucks. I'm going to do something a little bit more, well, a little different today. As you can see up on the screen, I have Madden 19. However, because of years and years of playing this game, and years of having the same email address, I no longer can get into my email account or my EA account, thanks to the system not giving me a chance to change my email address. It's a problem, EA. You need to fix that. But I have Madden 19 finally, after probably, I want to say 4 or 5 years of taking a break from Madden, because I used to play Madden all the way back since it debuted on console. I even played football on Nintendo. The Tech Mobile series, Super Tech Mobile, that was me. Okay. Bo Jackson, Steve Young, Barry Sanders, all those guys. I played them forever, okay? So I'm excited to be playing this game, but I have a couple of things I'd like to point out. Okay, first of all, I understand why people get into this. I do not, so I'm not one of those people. But I started a franchise. How many of you guys remember, those of you who are older anyway, back in the day, the only way to play Madden was with your friends or your family. If you sat on the couch next to one another and you got to trash talk and you got to do all this kind of stuff and you picked your favorite teams or maybe even the best team of the roster, and you... How many of you guys ever played the best team of the roster? Say, for example, the most dynamic team for the last few years has been the New England Patriots. So let's say you take the New England Patriots and you pair them up and you say, okay, fine, you can have the Patriots, you can have Tom Brady, you can have Gronk, you can have, whoever. But I'm going to take the worst team to play football and I'm going to beat you with them. How many people ever did that? Let me know in the comments. Okay? And you sat down next to your friend or your cousin or your brother or whoever you're playing with, and you maybe you didn't beat the Patriots, but maybe you did. How many of you guys took the worst team and beat the snot out of your friends with them? I know I did. Okay? And here's something else. Okay? Back in the day, again, just like today, you can come, for example, you can come all the way down here, you can create your own player, you can make your 99 overall and all this stuff. But how many people back in the day have just decided, okay, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to mess with the rosters. Okay? I'm going to manage the rosters. And I'm going to take the rosters that I've got, okay, and I'm going to maybe release some really bad players or players you don't necessarily think are worth the time anymore. Maybe they're too old. For example, there's Gerald McCoy. He's 30 years old. That's getting pretty up there. And so is Mr. Grimes. That's getting pretty up there for football. All right, so how many of you guys just took the older guys or maybe the not so good guys and then put in the game either yourself or maybe some family members, or and you and your brother, your cousin, your friend, whoever, you took two teams, you butchered their rosters, and then you created 99 overall. Sometimes we had a cap. We had 3. We said, okay, you can only make 3 players, so pick the 3 positions you want to play, have players in, and you pick 3 players, and you can make those 3 players, but that's it. No more than 3 superhuman players, or maybe 2. Okay? All right? Whatever your limit was. How many of you guys ever did that? How many of you guys ever made uh, uh, either yourself or family members and put them in the game and said, you're going to play this position, you're going to play quarterback, you're going to play running back, you're going to play wide receiver or corner or whatever, and I'm going to play with those guys, and those are going to be my top guys. How many of you guys ever did that? Let me know in the comments. This is just for fun today. Just asking some questions about Madden. The most fun I ever had with Madden was we took an entire roster and we released them all. Okay? We released everybody except for maybe the top players on the team. Maybe. Alright? And we didn't go by who we knew and what we knew and all that stuff. We went by simply their rating. Okay? And we kept them if they were the top players on the team. We didn't care what their name was. We didn't care if they played any good. But we looked at the ratings. And we kept the players that were good. And we made everybody else. Like 99 overall, made everybody else and played a game that way. Okay? How many of you guys ever did that? Taking what you'd call a super team. So filling all 11 positions, actually 22, 23, 24. If you count the kickers, I think we kept the kickers, but if you count the kickers and the punters, you're looking at about 24 players that you have to have on the field at all times. Or 23, 24. Anyway, somewhere around there. How many people ever made a 99 overall team? Everybody. And just saw how much of a shootout you could make. How much of a shootout, how many points you could score. Could you stop your friend? Could you stop your brother from scoring? Could you stop one another from doing it? How many of y'all did that? I know I did. I'll never forget it. We made a whole tournament out of our teams that way. Because that was another thing we could do. You could make your own tournaments. You could set up your own tournaments back in the day. I don't even know if you can do it here. Continue without saving. All right, so I don't even know if you can do that here. I don't think you could set up a tournament here. But we used to do the old school. There used to be a tournament mode. Okay, you could come in here to. You could come in here to one of these menus and you could do a head-to-head offline tournament mode. Okay, and we used to do that. We used to set up. We'd pick two teams that we wanted to play with, and or two or three or whatever. Each person would pick two or three teams that they wanted to play with, and we'd play a tournament. We'd play against, maybe I had the Buccaneers, or maybe my cousin had the Cowboys, or maybe they had whoever, and they played. Or back in 2005, Madden 05, I think it was the Ravens that were really good. Madden 05, Madden 2002, I don't know. Anyway, how many people ever had fun like that? And just for the sake of just pure unadulterated football fun, how many people did that? I know I did. When we had tournaments and we would hope and pray that our 99 overall team would beat the other 99 overall team so we could maybe play, or maybe they would meet up in the tournament championship, or something like that. Or we'd have a weekend where they'd be over for the weekend and we would do an entire season at 2-player franchises, and we would hope that our people would make it to the Super Bowl and face off one another. Sometimes we even played in separate divisions so that would possibly happen. Just because we wanted to see if we could do it. One thing about this particular year's Madden, everybody switched to having ultimate teams where I get it. Like I said, I get it. You can pick legends, you can pick modern players, whatever you want to do, and you do. I get that, okay? But something that's missing, something that I don't understand is, and has always been a problem, okay? Let's say that you are really, really good at Madden, which I happen to be fairly decent at Madden, Okay, I'm not saying I'm the best or anything, but I used to be really good. Why is it that they've never fixed this? Okay, I still, to this day, I want to play cornerback. I want to be a CB, man. And I want to play pass coverage, and I want to be up in the receivers' faces, and I want to try to take balls from them, and I want to do... You can't do it. You cannot play a career mode and successfully be a cornerback unless you bait the quarterback throwing the ball your direction. And that is a risky proposition. Okay? That is a very risky proposition indeed. I don't know what they're going to have to do, but I wish that they would throw the ball a little bit more your direction, because I have a pretty decent cornerback right now, stats-wise. You know, first in the draft, first-round draft pick, stuff like that. All right? I have pretty good all-around cornerback. But the problem is he never is thrown to. Because his coverage is pretty good. So the computer looks at him and says, I ain't throwing that way, I'll get picked off. So what's going to happen is, by the time that my CB gets to the end of his season, if he hasn't met his goals, which at this rate, I've already 3, 4, 5, I think I'm 5 games in to the season, and I have 1 pick, and I think I set the minimum amount of picks I could set, like 3. Okay? Because I knew this was a problem. It's always been a problem since, like, I don't know, forever. Okay? And I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to fix it. I don't know if I need to make the computer dumber, you know, go on rookie mode to make him throw my direction or what. But he will not throw my direction, and I'm already 5 games in. I only have 1 pick. I don't have any passes defended because he won't throw my direction. So does anybody know how to fix that? I wish they would fix that, because I don't get the option to, even if I try to bait him, he still won't throw the ball unless I am 8 yards off of him in my direction. He just won't do it. And I play close to the line, I play close to the receivers, and he still won't do it. So I don't know. Anybody know how to fix that? Let me know in the comments. But I was just asking, just because I got to thinking about this the other day. How many of y'all, just for fun, just to have one of those games where you're like, okay, yeah, I'm going to see how many points I can score? How many guys took 99 overall players, created a 99 overall player, and just saw how many points you could score or how many records you could break in a single season? All right? I've done that in this game, in this season. I made a 99 overall player, okay? And right now, he's a running back, okay? And he's on my offense, and I play defense, okay? Right now, as it stands, 5 games in, he's 300 yards, maybe, from breaking the single season record for most rushing yards in a season. And I think he's close to breaking the rushing touchdown record, okay? When I sit down to play against somebody, whether it's on the couch or online or whatever, I mean it. You know, I concentrate, I focus, I try to analyze the offenses, the defenses, etc., etc. But I just wanted to get in touch with you guys, see what you thought, and everything. Hope you guys have a great day. Leave me a comment, leave me a like if you like what's going on. See you later. Bye.